bung bung.
Oh my god, it's so big and strong.
Bung Bung Coffee. Big, strong flavour. Competition? I don't think so. bungbungcoffee.com. Get yours.
Welcome to the party. Best show on the internet. Ask anybody. You know it's easy money. Sit back, relax, get your headphones, everybody. Welcome to the party. Blackout in the booth. Every episode's a party. We go hard like Ricky Bobby. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, bung bung. It's your man Claytron, aka the big boss man, aka the clumsy jeweler, because I'm always dropping gems, aka the milkman, because I always deliver, aka the PhD of podcasting, the Magnum PR of podcasting, the captain, the Tilly Norwood of podcasting. Yeah, dude. I'm the Tilly Norwood of podcasting because no one wants me around, but I'm here and nobody is afraid of me. You understand? And that does, if you know that, it depends on how you look at that. Depends on how you look at what I just said. Nobody's afraid of me, like, oh, he's not a threat. Nah, that's why I'm a threat. That's why I'm a threat, dude. Tilly Norwood, everyone's so angry with her. If you don't know who Tilly Norwood is, she's an AI actress, the first AI actress. And she, she's been developed. There's agencies trying to represent her and all this. And actors are threatened, people are threatened. And it's like this. You're all insufferable maniacs and no one has to deal with your politics or nothing if you're AI. You know? Until these motherfucking robots start actually thinking for themselves, it is plug and play, dude. Put the words in, the bitch is going to say what you tell her to say. And that's non-threatening, dude. She wins an award. She can't even fucking be there. She can't even be at the ceremony, dude. Oh, she's going to run over time and they're going to have to play her off. Nah, dude, I put in a 45-second speech. Bing, bop, boom. The end. Golly. Oh, God, what's, so-and-so going to stay if they win the Oscar? Free Palestine, free Israel. Nope. Tilly Norwood won. Now what? She goes up and she doesn't even have to thank anybody because she doesn't exist, dude. She doesn't have a mommy. She doesn't believe in God. She doesn't have to thank her God or your God, dude. She goes up there and says, what an honor to win this prestigious award. Bring Hollywood back. Yeah, Tilly, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. Fuck yeah, bro. Oh, but what if someone created a comedian that could just do what you do? Oh, because they don't exist, bro. Live shows. CGI didn't hurt comedians, did it? Nope. Green screen hurt a comedian? I don't think so, baby. Not worried about AI as a comic. Will I ever get my own sitcom? No. Will my podcast probably be obsolete in 10 and a half weeks? Absolutely. Absolutely it will. But no one can get on stage and be me. I'm more worried about another human being trying to do that than I am about Tilly Norwood going up there and talking about how much her asshole hurts, right? She's going to be the next Captain Marvel or whatever. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm not on the same playing field. Will I watch a Tilly Norwood movie is the next question. Absolutely not, bro. Not wasting my time doing all that. I still want to see real actors, but stop crying though. You did it to yourselves. You're unmanageable. Oh, this motherfucker rocked up on set 2 hours late. Oh, this motherfucker thinks he's a method actor now, so he's telling us to call him, Mr. Big Dick, and he's putting rats in my porridge or whatever. That's wild, bro. Stop being insufferable, and we won't have to create something out of nothing to get rid of you. Also, just stop hiring Jared Leto, bro. No one wants to see his movies, dude. Hands up if you want to see a Jared Leto movie. If you're driving right now, take both hands off the wheel and put them over your eyes and slam your foot on the accelerator if you want to see Jared Leto in a movie. Okay. I'm pretty sure everybody survived. And if someone didn't survive, we didn't need them, bro. Why are we watching Jared Leto movies? Stop. Until we stop watching Jared Leto movies, I will not have anything negative to say about Tilly Norwood. Okay? That's my stance on the whole situation. Pick one. Pick getting rid of Jared Leto or pick adding Tilly Norwood to the mix. And motherfuckers are like, oh, this is so pedophilic. Look at her facial features. They're saying she's 21, but her facial features are like, her eyes are close together and big, and that's like a 14-year-old. It's like, who the fuck knows that, you pedophile? Who knows that? Who knows what a 14-year-old's face looks like, bro? What the fuck, you freak? And a woman made it. Some failed actress, which is the funniest part of it. She's getting her revenge, bro. You guys don't like revenge? Bro, you ever seen Taken? Imagine this. Liam Neeson, Tilly Norwood star in a fucking buddy cop style Taken, bro. She's his daughter, right? She's been taken before, but this time the mum gets taken, and Liam Neeson and Tilly Norwood, a father-daughter duo, they go and get mom back. Oh, double revenge. Liam Neeson gets revenge on the motherfuckers that take his wife, who is obviously played by Pamela Anderson, and Tilly Norwood is getting revenge on Hollywood on behalf of her maker, who didn't make it because probably she was too heavy or too ugly or something. That's really why. That's basically the reason actresses don't make it. Because have you ever seen a movie? These bitches do not need to know how to act, bro. It is modeling. Acting is just modeling, bro. That is all it is. And dude, motherfuckers are subscribing to AI bitches fisting themselves or whatever on OnlyFans, bro. So yeah. People are going to go see Tilly Norwood, especially if you're still putting Jared Leto in movies. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. Is I'm all for Tilly Norwood. She's not going to get political. She's not going to run overtime on a speech. She can't slap anyone who makes a joke about her bald wife. And she's not Jared Leto. It's all coming up, Tilly, baby. All right, that's all I've got to say about Tilly Norwood. We got to get into the review. Let's do it.
Comedy, action, a horror. Will this movie win an Oscar? Set design, directing, acting, lighting, or costumes. This segment is Clay's Reviews.
All right, I saw it. One battle after another. The new Paul Thomas Anderson film, he wrote and directed it. You got Leonardo DiCaprio starring in it. There's a lot of, what's his name? I call him the Spanish Brad Pitt, bro. Latino Brad Pitt. Del Toro, Benicio Del Toro. There's a lot of him in the commercials, but he's not huge in the movie. He nailed it, though. Nailed his part. You've got Iman Shumpert's ex-wife, Teyana Taylor. Looking good, bro. Okay, and then you got the daughter, who I forget the actress's name, and she was really good. And then you got Sean Penn, who is like this military dude, who also he's a racist. He believes in the pure blood, the Aryan Brotherhood or whatever. You know, the Puries. He wants blue eyes and all that. White people. You don't want a mutt. Except here's the thing. He's a full fucking racist piece of shit. But he loves black women, bro. He wants to fuck them. That's funny, bro. I don't even understand how that works, bro. Reminds me of when I was a kid, bro. My dad, I'm not trying to lie. I'm not trying to, air this motherfucker out or anything. But he was racist against white people. But he grew up
He grew up in the world where motherfuckers were really coming after him. He used to get chased to school by white folks, bro. Get beat up on the way to school and shit for no reason. And then his mom just said, be strong, keep going. You know, take a baseball bat to school or whatever. And motherfucker was just started going to school like that with a bat, bro. Not because he was in the baseball team, because he was going to get fucking starched on his way to school. So that's where my dad comes from, in short. There's much more, but that's, you know, long story short type shit. All right. So he's got a chip on his shoulder about white people. And he used to take me to basketball practice, and it used to be in this like affluent, you know, rich neighborhood. And he'd just like look around at the houses and shit and be like, motherfucking white people around here. You know, like, don't trust these white people, man. Don't trust these white people. They ain't trying to help you, you know? And it's like, bruh, my mom's white. What are you doing, bro? Like, my mom's white. You two got divorced. Then you went and got another wife who is, let me check, white. Yeah, bro. What are you talking about? Who are you, Sean Penn, bro? And that's my dad, bro. He was. I didn't have a choice neither. I knew about 3 black people, and I didn't know them until I started playing basketball. You know, and 2 of them were my dad's friends. Anyway, that's what Sean Penn's like in this movie. He's like, these fucking whiteys, and then he's like, I fucking hate white. Not whiteys. These niggers. You know, I fucking hate them, but I want to fuck black bitches so bad or whatever. And it's like, what the fuck is this guy? And he's like, he's desperate to join this group, this like highly racist, you know, white supremacy group is his whole goal in life. But his history is coming back to bite him, because they want to do a background check and find out if, you know, he's ever had relations with a black woman or anything like that. And so that's his story. And he's got to win a fucking Oscar for it, bro. Yeah, I'm always rooting for Leo. Leo was funny, which is a problem. That's a problem, bro. Name someone who ever won an Oscar for being funny.
Got him! Got him!
Hasn't happened, bro. And it probably has, but I can't think of it right now. But Leo was great. Always is. Name a time Leo was bad. They said he was bad because he went full retard in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. But, like, this ain't Tropic Thunder. He came back out of it. He didn't stay retarded forever. And also, he didn't method act, bro. He just went in there and was like, hey, how's everybody doing, all right? Action. You know, and then the cut. All right, what's up? Who wants a coffee? And that's kind of how that went. And that's how it should go. Right? But I don't think Leo's done a bad movie. Do I think he's going to get a statue for this one? No, but he was fantastic. Very funny. And let me give you the background of the movie. Basically, these guys are revolutionaries, which is like, you know, viva la révolution or whatever. And I did that in French, but it's supposed to be Spanish. But basically, they're trying to change the world, or at least the country at a minimum. And they're breaking Mexicans out of like, what do they call it? Detainment camps and all that shit. And then time goes by, and eye for an eye, we in this together, bitch. Your beef is mine, or whatever. Time goes by, and then Teyana Taylor and Leo have a kid, and that kid gets taken. Okay? And then it's like, we got to get this kid back. And that's what the movie's about. So revolutionaries basically trying to, you know, they rob banks to fund their operation, and their operation is, you know, allowing immigrants into the United States. So yeah, it's pretty political. It would have been made before all these ICE raids and shit, but it kind of felt on the nose a little bit. But you also have to think, like, this probably took 3 years to make. So maybe it's not quite, but like there's always immigration in every country is always an issue. So yeah, you know, I think Obama was keeping motherfuckers in cages and shit. I don't know, bro, but this is what the movie's about. It felt on the nose. It felt very Hollywood, very like, if you write this movie, we'll give it the green light, type shit. So yeah, that was a bit like, it's not bad. It's still original. It's very original, man. Like, I've never seen anything quite like it. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, these motherfucking Hollywood dudes, they're political as fuck. They don't want to do nothing without politics. It's like, just do something funny, man. Hey, not everything's funny. This was like an action drama, I suppose, black comedy probably. But yeah, it was just at the time of these ICE raids and like deportations and shit in the US, it's probably good for people to see something like this as well. But also people probably want to escape it, which is I got to take probably a point off of it just for that. Just because it's just like, man, you see all this bullshit in the news and then you go to the movies to like have a good time and you just see the same bullshit. It's like, fuck, man, like, do I have to watch that? If I want to see something dark, let's make it about a serial killer from 35 years ago. Let's not make it about something that literally I saw in the news yesterday, you know? Motherfucker, ICE is going into high school graduations and shit and ripping people out and, you know, detaining them and deporting them. That's wild. Taking, like, ripping families apart, watching people scream and cry and fall to the ground and shit. And that's what you're watching on the news. And then you go to the movies and it's like, yeah, this will be better than the news. And then it's just that. And I was like, fuck, bro. At least Leo is mad funny, though. And Benicio Del Toro is mad funny, though. Mad funny. Mad funny, bro. He gets, you know what? I'm not even going to give no spoilers, but it's like the timeline of the movie is probably over about 17, 18 years, which is, you know, tough to do. There's a huge jump forward, obviously, but seamless. And yeah, Sean Penn, bro, his character is an absolute piece of shit, and he's going to win Best Actor. Or maybe it'll be Best Actor in a supporting role. I don't know who the lead was. I think Leo was the lead. and then Sean Penn's probably the supporting. And then you've got, then everyone's going to be Bob, who was Leo's character. Everyone's going to be that motherfucker for Halloween. Mark my motherfucking words, bro. That is exactly what's going to happen. Now, what did I eat when I went in there? I actually went in there with, what was it? Sushi. So I was having Japanese food during a Mexican movie. Like, yes, there was a Zambrero's right next to the theater, but I didn't. Zambreros can be messy sometimes. It can drip and all that. And when you're in a dark room like that, you can come out looking wild, bro. Like a Jackson Pollock painting, no home loans. So I didn't really want to come out looking like that. I was also wearing like a pure white sweatshirt. Just white on white, baby. And yeah, you could maybe drip a little bit of soy sauce on that with sushi, but guess what? I didn't. I ate that sushi fucking immaculately, absolutely blind in a pitch black room with a reclining chair, bro. Laid back. I was laid back putting sushi. Yeah, it was like I kind of was in Hollywood for a little. It seemed like something that would happen in Epstein's office. I mean, not Epstein, Weinstein. Laid back in a recliner getting sushi right down the gullet, bro. Not a drop anywhere else. And then just, you know, then saying something mad inappropriate and maybe physically doing something inappropriate after that. But that's really not what happened in the movies, but it felt like the warm up to that, really. And it was very much like, remember Uncut Gems? How the music and the sound was very anxiety provoking. That was kind of throughout one battle after another. Like the music, the sound kind of kept you on edge for the entire movie, and that, yeah, very well done. Then, yeah, everybody acted their dicks off in this. And what else do you kind of see? Set design and all that. Like, yeah, sometimes I like it when I can't tell if we are on location or if we're in a set. I really like that. And I felt that for a lot of the movie. So I think, that could be up in there in award talks too. If the score was original, that'll be up there in award talks. Lighting and shit. I didn't really peep that too much in this movie. They've got stunts now. And there was some significant stunts. I think there'll be better ones in other movies, but I can't really think of them right now. Looking at the schedule of release for the rest of the year, I don't think there's anything that's really going to top this. So we're looking at this for probably, it'll be nominated for best film. Don't know if it'll win it. I'd be surprised if Sean Penn doesn't come away with the trophy, bro. And then you got set design. We may have something there too. Costume design. It wasn't mind blowing, bro. Probably not. Makeup. There's a chance with makeup. I'll leave it at that. Because that is that could be a little spoiler if I give you too much there. So, yeah, bro. It was funny. It was dark. It was too much like regular life for me to really be happy about that. There was no escape. There was no escapism. It was like, here, face the facts. Here's the news. And I was like, fuck, dude, give me a minute, So I wasn't heaps keen on that, but maybe that's because I'm a fucking dummy. I try to keep it basic cable most of the time, bro. I don't really try to really get to learn too much. You're like, you're a comedian. I was like, yeah, I don't really do politics or current events. Usually just talking about, fucking everyday life that everyone experiences, not what everyone watches on the news. Just shit about going to the doctor or, having a girlfriend, or what else do I talk about? Being black mostly. I don't think people know I'm black, bro. It's really starting to irritate me. I've got to write my way into a black joke now. It's really frustrating, man. I think winter. I'm quite pale, bro. So maybe I can't do my black material in winter anymore because I'm not getting enough sunlight. But my God, bro, people are more shocked than ever with my black material. And one of my closest comedian friends told me, I didn't even know you were black till you said it. And I mean, some people say they don't see color, bro, but fuck me, dude. Is it like that? Look at my sniffer, bro. I don't really know that many white people with a sniffer like this. Lips, I've got lips, bro. You got no lips. You don't understand that? I got lips, bro. Small, bro, I got a compliment from a girl when I was in about 6th grade. I've talked about this before, but I still don't even know how to feel about it. I still feel offended by it because it's the most ignorant shit ever. But she told me that I have nigger lips. But she was like, oh, they're so beautiful. And this bitch had the bluest eyes I've ever seen. And I should have told her she had Nazi eyes, but I don't think history didn't really sink in for me in school. And also, I don't think we learned about that until high school. I think it was all like, there used to be people called the Aborigines. And I was like, why do you keep saying used to? That type of shit. But I don't think we got Captain Cook. Yeah, they talked about Captain Cook and all that shit. Then you go to the Maritime Museum. But we didn't really do much history. We did it, but it didn't sink in for me. And I don't think I could have readily accessed you got Nazi eyes, which who knows if that would have even hurt her feelings, bro. But nigger lips, that's what she hit me with. So I've got N-word lips, bro, and a big fat sniffer. And you're going to tell me you don't even know I'm black. And that's I mean, honestly quite disappointing. The amount of pride I have in being black and the amount of fucking bullying that I got in my life for it, to now I'm doing comedy and people don't fucking realize it, is just astounding. But whatever, we'll just have to figure that out. I might have to start tanning in the wintertime or some shit. Who knows? Go get a tanning bed or whatever. But yeah, that's really the. I don't know how to relate to this movie whatsoever. You know, a kid gets taken. The daughter that gets taken, you know, she gets a lot of flack for being mixed breed. She's a mutt, that type of shit. What did they used to call us? Half caste, bro. I used to get called half caste as a adjective, bro. Like not even as a slur. Motherfuckers be like, "What's your you got beautiful skin. What's your background?" And like someone would pop up and be like, "He's half caste." It'd be like, Jesus Christ, God. Brutal. And those were other people that didn't really do history in school or it didn't sink in properly. Because when you're in school, you're just battling to get through, bro. One battle after another. And some of these kids don't hear that when like you sit down in history class and you watch Rabbit Proof Fence or whatever, and they start talking about breeding the race out of them, you know, that's casting, bro, and that's wild. That's wild, bro. And these motherfuckers don't listen to that, but somehow they know what a half caste is. They just like took that word and learnt about it, but then they didn't learn about anything else. And that's what I started getting called, bro, as like not even a diss to my knowledge. Bro, one of my bullies was at the fucking servo standing next to me the other day, and he kept looking at me and I wouldn't look at him. And I know he knew it was me, and I don't know if he knew that I knew that it was him, but I knew. And he knew that it was me, and he kept looking at me, and I didn't look. I just kept looking directly at the motherfucker at the OTR, bro. You know, Raj or whatever, looking at him directly into his eyes. And then I turned the opposite way because, you know, this is the same guy. I've talked about this, that we were at a bar one night. And he comes up to me and, he thinks he's doing the right thing. He goes, "Bro, I'm so sorry for, everything in high school." I was like, "Oh, yeah, man, you're sorry?" He's like, "Yeah, I really am." I was like, "Fuck, bro, do you feel better?" And he's like, Yeah, actually I do." And I was like, "Good for you, man." That's 5 years of my life that were just fucked, hey. So I don't give a fuck how sorry you are now. And I walked away, bro. And people say like forgiveness and all that, like you're supposed to forgive. Well, I think when you forgive motherfuckers, they think they can do shit and just apologize for it. "Oh, I said I was sorry." Yeah, but you keep doing this shit because we keep forgiving you. You don't have to hold on to it. That's the thing. Like, I don't think about this motherfucker. I recognize him when I see him. Other than seeing him, I don't actively think about him ever. Or any of the other ones, for that matter. But that doesn't mean I've forgotten what they did to me. It doesn't mean I forgive them for what they did to me. You know? If one of them hits me up and says, "Bro, let's catch up for a beer," I'll be like, "I got better places to be, better people to hang with, bro. I don't need to fucking like have a beer with you to make you feel better about what you did 15 years ago. I'm through it. I'm here now. I'm here doing big things. And you might be too. Good on you. But I still think you're a piece of shit, and I always will think that. And that's fine, bro. I'm allowed to." Oh, man, my posture's so fucked. I'm allowed to not like a motherfucker who was a piece of shit to me, bro. And that's what religion, Catholicism or Christianity, I don't know, the Bible one, where they talk about like, you know, forgiveness and Jesus forgives you for your sins or whatever. And it's like, if he forgives me, why? If he's just such a forgivenist motherfucker, why do I have to get baptized then? Why can't I just not believe in him for my whole life and then he forgives me for not believing and I'm good? Why is hell even a thing if this motherfucker is the most forgivenist dude? Right? It doesn't even make sense to be a heaven and a hell then. If this motherfucker is just like, yeah, we forgive. Forgiveness is, I forgive you for your sins. You know, all that. Hell's a place, man. If you know, in your little story, why? It doesn't even make sense to me. I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm also not the bluntest. I'm like a rake. You know, I'm not used for cutting, but if you step on the end of me, it's going to go through your foot. Okay? But yeah, the girl got called a mutt in the movie, and that's really what I could relate to there. But it didn't, it wasn't like super relatable. It's just like, wow, what? I know movies sort of speak to the times and all that. You know, they've got movies about wars that happened. But with the 24-hour news cycle, it's just so hard to escape all of the bullshit that's happening. It's like next week, what am I going to go see a movie that's about fucking Israel and Palestine and shit? Like, I don't really want to digest more of that. But it gets shoved at you, bro. But it was a really good movie. And I'm not joking about it being, it's going to get nominated for Best Film, and it could win. But my estimation is that Sean Penn will win an Oscar and that it'll probably get Best Film. And I'll give it like an 8.5 out of 10, which is high as fuck, bro. Like, it was really good. It was really good. Other than that, man, we're going to get going. I'm trying to record these episodes. I know it's been a huge break from Welcome to the Poddy. Life's just been lifing, bro. And until I can, get a bit more time into my life, get some time to myself, episodes might be a little bit more infrequent, but I'm trying. You guys, if you're in Adelaide, every Thursday night on Lee Street at Nevermind Comedy Club, doors open at 7, show starts at 7:30. It's been absolutely banging for the last few months. The only few months, it's a new room, strong lineups only, killers only. So, if you want to pay and get what you pay for, come to Nevermind Comedy Club, man. Link will probably be in the bio or whatever, or go to my Instagram and you'll see it. Clay McMath Comedy or Cold Blooded Comedy. And also last Thursday of every month in Port Adelaide at Millage's Distillation. It's called Gin and Comics, and it's the same thing. Certified killers only. And it rips. It rips. We had about 40 in last month and capacity 65. So thanks for coming, everybody. Keep coming. Keep telling your friends. And tell your friends to tell friends about that Welcome to the Poddy podcast. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourself. And as always, bang, bang.